American dream is just like having opportunities and being like successful.
The goal would be that your children would have a better life than you do.
It's definitely part of the American dream to have the freedom to make the choices of what you want to put your energy into, and the different opportunities that are out there that you could choose from. So having that freedom is definitely part of the American dream.
Yeah, because like if there was an opportunity, people wouldn't be able to like achieve the dream.
Wealth is a part of the American dream.
I think everybody thinks wealth is part of the American dream because if you're more wealthy, people think that you can just like buy whatever you want and you'll be happy with life. But I think mainly it's just about like how you're being treated by other people and how you feel about living in America.
Yes, but how the younger generations define hard work is different than older generations.
I think they're basic values that everybody's always wanted. I think more have been added or kind of just gone away throughout the years, but I think they've pretty much stayed the same with like basic needs.
Yes, but it's very different than my grandfather's version of it, or my father's version, or mine.
I don't know, with technology incorporating itself within our lives, things are kind of changing. And I don't know how hard work is evolving differently, so it might change in a different way that I can't really articulate.
We've seen these key values throughout American history. It all began when our founding fathers signed the Constitution, giving us our freedom. This paved the road for opportunities for hard work to gain wealth.
Today, we still see people immigrating to America to achieve the dream because there are more opportunities and personal freedoms.
In the future, the American dream will still exist, but will be more difficult to achieve due to increasing use of technology. With more opportunities, there is more competition, which means people will have to work even harder to achieve the dream.
An example of someone who achieved the American dream is the Marvel editor-in-chief, Stanley Martin Lieber, or Stan Lee. He was born on December 8, 1922, to Romanian Jewish immigrants. He grew up during the Great Depression in a one-bedroom apartment.
During his early career, he was first hired as an assistant at Timely Comics. Later, he served in World War II and wrote political cartoons. Years later, after a lot of hard work and commitment, he helped create Marvel Comics. In 1961, the Fantastic Four emerged, later followed by the new Marvel characters such as Hulk, Spider-Man, and X-Men.
When serving as Marvel ambassador, Lee became involved with a variety of multimedia projects that would lead the way to Marvel films.
Whatever you do, you should do what you most want to do and what you're best at. Too many people don't really do what their heart's desire is, but they try to do something else because they think, well, it'll be easy to get a job or to make money. And if that happens, then when you're doing it, you feel like you're working. But if you do what you really want to do, you feel like you're playing. It's easier for you to do. I know I wanted to be a musician when I was young. I'd listen to the radio, I'd hear the big bands, and I'd say, damn, I'd like to be a band leader like Tommy Dorsey. But I had no talent for it. If I had wasted time trying to be a musician, I'd have either been a failure or I'd have been just an ordinary musician. But I love writing also, and it came easier to me. So I figured I'd stay with that. I think you have to do what you do best and what you enjoy.
Stan Lee made the American dream for himself that everyone dreams of. He took himself from nothing to something by working hard and pushing himself out of his comfort zone. In an article by The Hollywood Reporter, Stan Lee reflects back on his achievements and says, "I should have been greedier. He was having so much fun with making comics that he didn't worry about the money." Through all of Marvel's financial up and downs, Stan Lee stuck in, and it ended up working out in his favor. He made the American dream possible for himself by sticking to what he wanted to do and turning his work into something huge.
Another example of someone who achieved the American dream is Robert Herjavec. He was born on September 14, 1962 in Croatia. At 8 years old, his family fled to Canada to escape the communist reign. They arrived with $20 and one suitcase and lived in a friend's basement for 18 years. This is where the story of hard work began.
To make a living, Robert began working as a newspaper delivery man and a waiter in the early 1990s. Besides paying the bills, those experiences were crucial for Robert later in his business career. Robert said, The most important relationship in business is the one between you and your customers. All my experience is customer related. When I was delivering newspapers, you used to have to collect the money, Robert said. When I was a waiter, it was all about maximizing a tip and ensuring enough turnover. All these odd jobs always related in different ways to customers. At that time, Robert also got his start in a technology company that was just starting. After he was able to convince the founder to let him work for free, Robert turned that experience into the foundation of his first technology company, BRAK Systems, which he later sold to AT&T. The company is currently valued at $100 million. From there, Robert helped to negotiate the sale of another IT company to Nokia for $225 million. Robert followed that with a short retirement.
After a 3-year retirement as a stay-at-home dad, father to his 3 children, Herjavec founded Herjavec Group in 2003, a security solutions integrator, reseller, and managed service provider, of which he is currently the CEO. Herjavec Group is one of the fastest-growing technology companies. So far, his company has done $500 million in sales. He is best known for his appearance of Shark Tank, where he helps his entrepreneurs by bringing up their businesses. He also has participated in Dancing with the Stars and other TV shows, which have helped him gain fame. His net worth is $200 million.
I think what makes me different than the other sharks is I'm an actual immigrant. I actually came here on a boat. That shapes a lot of how I think and who I am. People think today, oh, I can't get ahead, it's really hard. Yeah, damn right it's really hard, and it should be hard. Entrepreneurship is the great equalizer. It's not about who your parents are. It's not about your color. It's not about your sex. It's not about your religion. You know, business doesn't really care. Business only cares about the value that you add. I'm proud of the success I've had, but only in the sense that it justifies the sacrifice for my parents. To work that hard and go through that much pain, and then for me to squander it and not do something with my life, that would have been undeserving for them.
We work really hard and we save our money to retire one day. I mean, we have certain goals and we set certain places where we want to be in our lives at certain ages and what we want to do. And we work really hard. And I think, working hard at achieving the goals and having those opportunities. And sometimes you can't really find those opportunities, you have to seek them out. But we live in a world where there's a lot of information out there. Now you have to try to find it. So we've definitely worked really hard to achieve the goals that we want to achieve. And some of them are, having a home, working really hard and saving our money so we can retire early and traveling. So I think hard work is a huge part of achieving what you want within that spectrum of the American dream.
I think anybody can achieve the American dream just by being nice to other people and treating people how you want to be treated. Because I don't think anybody would just want to be treated like a piece of trash every single day. So as long as you make other people feel included in everything, then they'll be happy.
By having good, strong goals and working hard to get to them, and being kind to your fellow American.